guys, so I wanted to talk today about something that has been mulling around in my brain for a while now, and that is the concept of genre shaming, and more specifically YA shaming, because I'm starting to see that a lot more now than I used to. Now part of that is just me getting older. I still feel like I'm the target audience for YA. I'm 19, so I'm at the tail end of the main target audience for YA. So I think that's part of it, but also going off to a university, being an English major, dealing with professors and other English majors, you see a lot of sort of this disdain for the YA genre and other sort of genre fiction in general. And I wanted to talk about that because I feel like this is something that has really been frustrating me, and I think it's something that is very destructive to the literary industry, and I feel like it's just hateful and it honestly shouldn't be done. Now, I've just heard things like comments from like professors and other students and even just people that I know saying things about the YA genre being somehow less literature than other literature out there, whatever the term literature may mean to you. And I find that kind of insulting, especially because YA is primarily what I read and obviously what I write. I've had comments of people asking me kind of, when are you going to start writing, real books, whatever real books means, or the fact that, Divergent is one of my favorite books, and somehow that is weird to say. I find myself in situations in my English class where, we'll introduce ourselves, we'll go around the room and, the teacher will ask, say your name, your major, your year, and your favorite book. And instead of saying, being honest and picking one of my favorite books, like, Divergent or Lunar Chronicles, I'll pick something like Little Women because everyone else is picking, Little Women or Huck Finn or all of these books that are great books. They are, but they're not my favorite books by any means. And then I find myself sort of making these excuses for reading YA books. Like, I'll check YA books out at the library, or I'll buy them from stores and I'll talk to my friends about them, and I'll, somehow cushion it by saying, oh, I write YA, so I kind of have to read YA so I can write, what I'm reading about, and it's like research. I have to read the kids' books so that I can write them well. When in reality, it's the other way around. I write YA because I love reading YA. I hate that the YA genre is always attacked and somehow viewed as being less literature, and therefore the authors who write YA are not good writers. I hate that, especially considering that YA is one of the top selling genres out there. And then it discourages people from reading YA if people are saying, it's, this trashy stuff and it's just not worth your time, when in reality so many people love YA, not just, 16-year-old girls. I mean, it ranges. I've been reading YA since I was, 8 years old, and my mother reads YA. So it's not limited to 16-year-old girls. I think the point I'm trying to make in this video is to not point fingers as to what is good or bad literature. I mean, sure, there are some books that are better than others, but entire genres? No, I don't think so. And we shouldn't be shaming authors for writing what they love, and we should definitely not be shaming readers for reading what they love. I think reading whatever you want to read should be embraced. And in saying that YA is less than real literature and somehow trashy and stupid, you're saying that sort of the interests and desires and things that people want to read about, teenage girls want to read about, are somehow not important. And I think that's a really bad message to be sending, that what I want to read about is not important. I don't think that's a good thing at all. And it's frustrating, especially to see this in an academic setting, because I want to unashamedly love YA. I love reading YA. I love writing YA. I want to work in YA publishing because it's one of the strongest genres in the literary industry. I mean, this is what sells, and this is what I want to do, and I feel like that should be important and that should be encouraged, when in reality it's really not, and that makes me sad. So yeah, I love YA and I will defend it forever, but this is just something I've definitely noticed a lot lately, and I think this is just from me being in an academic setting. And a lot of people can be a little snotty about the books that they read, and unfortunately I think that's just going to be the case. But I mean, I love YA and I need to stand up for it, and I'm gonna keep reading it and I'm gonna keep writing it because I love it. And if you love YA, don't listen to people who say that it's trash, because it's not. It's not. If you like reading it, it's not trash. So I'm curious to see if you guys have experienced similar things. I don't know, do you kind of see a lot of genre shaming and specifically YA shaming? And what do you do about it? I mean, do you think this is a problem? Because it's definitely started to get on my nerves when people talk about it like that. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.